Everybody, welcome back to Thaumaturge with me, Sid, and I'm just down here in the Blood Altar at the moment, actually, finishing up charging this stone to to full tier 5. It was a tier 4, if you remember. Well, it is still a tier 4. It had 512 on it. And the quickest and easiest way I've found of doing it is like this, except when you get one of those. Now and again we get one of these special bloody zombies, or one of the burny ones gets through, but you know, undying zombie. You see, there was a special one. Hey. Oh, and you're not there. What's my score? Almost there. Come on then. Little nipper. So, if you're wondering why am I doing this, the reason is actually very, very simple. We're having a break from doing Thorncraft today, and we are going to have a bash at Aura Cascade. So I need that. I'm going to need to. There's a reason I want the shard, and it will become apparent, because I'm not a big. Right, how are we doing? What's that here? Out or no? I thought I saw a creeper or something. Yeah, well, no worries. If there is, there is. So yeah, I need a break from the Nether. I need a break from Thorncraft. I need a break from farms because I've spent the last 3 hours, maybe 2 hours, something like that. I honestly wasn't counting, but I've just spent a little time building up the sheeps. Actually, you need to go back to being that type as well. We don't want to waste any blood reserves. Any more petals? You got any more petals for me? No. So I've spent the time burning items for Essentia. I've too far. I've been breeding the sheeps, which is why you can see blue and pale blue and brown dyeing, because I've got to go and dye the next section. I've kind of come up with a little system for doing it, which is working reasonably well. So let me just show you what I've been up to. So I've been cooking up netherracks, and in here there's still stuff going on, but we've got most of these are now permutatio is still not full. We've got Tenebrae, we've got Vacuous. There's a few which are, you know, I mean, that's easy enough. We can do that dead easy. Voltus is fairly easy. That's fairly easy. That's a bit more tricky. That's a pain in the backside. That's a little bit of a pain in the backside. But most of this stuff here is relatively easy. So I've spent time just getting that kind of stocked up, with the main purpose being to come over into here and periodically do some breeding with these guys. And the idea is, what I do is oh, you weren't ready, okay. Sorry, you're going to have to stay fruity. Yeah, the idea is I'll breed these two until there's 4, separate them, and then come on, and it just kind of progresses down steadily, and then as we go we dye them, and then eventually we'll breed these up, and I need to get away from those a little bit. We'll eventually have one of maybe 4 of each sheep in each wool colour. This area here is in preparation for more farms. Obviously the corridor needs to be shrunk down, but I really don't want to do that. So I thought we'd have a little bash at Aura Cascade, because I'd like to get a decent sword. There are a number of sword options available. How's it going down? Oh, my textures have fixed themselves. Yeah, we don't always get all of these dies. They don't all drop, which is a pain. But yeah, well, they're free, aren't they? They sit there, they grow, they do the thing. So back to the overworld. Let's go and spend a little bit of time away from sheep, away from Thaumaturge, and have a look at the Aura. Encyclopedia Aura. So that is not real. The basic idea with this is you use these nodes to pump Aura up, which then falls down into a machine, which then does stuff to process it. And a oh dear, that was a crash. Back in a mo. Alright, not sure what happened there. I checked the version of Aura Cascade. We are running the most recent version for 1.89. It hasn't updated in ages. There is a 1.9 port apparently in process, however. Anyway, let us go and have a look at Aura. Incidentally, I keep getting a couple of requests for people wanting the mod list for this, and I haven't done the mod list or the mod pack because it's such an unstable mod. One question was they have trouble getting NEI working. My answer to that is I am running JEI, not NEI. So try that. That may fix the problem. So what we're going to want to do is we need some Aura nodes. That's our first one. That's gold nuggets and redstone. We're going to need some pumps, and the pump I want to use is the, if I can find you, the momentum pump. Now, to get the momentum pump, we're going to need to make arcane blue ingots, so we can't just jump straight in there. We're going to have to make a burning Aura pump, which is pumps and lapis and iron. It's nothing major league. And then we are going to need, let me get this right, this is a while since I did it, we're going to have a bash at this as well. Is it the, it's not the grower, it's, I need to double check. Hopefully the book won't crash me out. But we need to make, well, we're going to want angel steel at some point. But the item I want is the cascading synthesizer. Is that the beast to go? No. That's not what we want then. I'm just trying to remember what this is. It is the vortex infusion. It's a while since I've done that. When I did this was, what's it? Tolkiencraft was the last time I played with Aura Cascade. Arcane red ingot. How do we make those then? Vortex arcane. Hang on. Give me a second, I'll be back in a mo. Alright, it's starting to come back to me. It's one of those things, grab me a bunch of that. We're going to need a bunch of that because we are going to make a buttload of, well, we don't need a buttload of those, we need half a dozen of those. Let's do 8 a stack's worth. There you go. That's more than enough Aura nodes. Let's just go and see if we can sleep, because this rain is obnoxious. Obnoxious rain. Much better. Thank you. Right. And let's get back down here. So we need that. And we are going to need the cascading processor, which uses aura crystals white, which are gold nuggets around iron. So if I do 16 worth, because again, we're going to want them. No. So we're going to need to do that. And that should make us 16. That'll make us a 32. And we're going to need a lot more of this. So gold is going to be particularly interesting. We're not too bad. And then for the processor, we need 3 furnaces, 4 furnaces even. How many furnace have we got there? 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can't believe I did that and missed. So totally. And that is going to give us, let's get the pattern right, that which gives us our cascading processor. Now the cascading processor is useful for a number of things. It can double ores, and with the right coloured walls and iron, you'll see wool. No, wool farm? Colours? Yeah. And you all thought I was mad. Right, what the hell I was doing before I started monologuing. Iron, lapis, and an aura node. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a couple of lapis. No, that's not the pattern, is it? And a aura node. Bang. So that's that. I think that's right. Let me just double check. Oh crap, I don't want you in there. Why did that get in there? And why? Did you just give me? You did, didn't you? This has a quest book. So we've done that. We have furnace, cascading smelter. So what did you just give me things? Crystals. Ah, we can do that and get some crystals. Okay. Interesting. I've never used this. Was a new feature later in the thing. It's going to give me some coal for that one, and I make a process and you give me some iron ore. Right, yeah, I'll take free stuff. Free stuff's always welcome. Right, we need to find a spot to do this. I've got a bed with me, so we can go anywhere we like. I don't really want to do it in my backyard. So let us go and find somewhere with a little bit of open space. Say over here. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. Yeah, this is kind of a nice and flat-ish area. Gives us some room to wiggle. And yeah, we'll just stop here. So, aura pump, bang. Time left 0 seconds, it's not doing anything, and yada yada. What I should have brought with me is a whole load of dirt. The reason for dirt is you're going to do a lot of nerd poling and building pillars in this mod. It's just one of those things you have to do. So from here we are going to go 1, and then we're going to go up about 20. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think 20 was a reasonable amount. And then from here we're going to come across maybe 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what would have been useful, another one that actually is a useful tool, but I haven't got it with me. Let me show you. Let me go and do that. Because you're going to want to place things, and you're going to want to place things at the bottom and at the top, and you're going to want to form circuits. A useful little tool to have around your personage is sand or gravel. Gravel or sand. Don't need a lot, so that'll do us. Any gravity affected block, and I'll show you for why, because again I've done this a few times, so yeah, I've learnt the hard way. I mean, you could count. I can't. So if you've got a gravity block, you can work out exactly where the spot underneath that one is, and you see that connected in when we placed it. So with a bit of luck, we can, now I can't remember with this cascading processor whether it's a next to or thing, so let us try that, followed by that. Some of these machines work on the base. Yeah, that definitely seemed to imply things. So if I take some of this coal, no, oh, it needs aura, of course. Give it 3000 aura. And if I chuck down one of these, now the Aura Cascade machines should stop things. I don't think that's getting power. Okay, that's fine. And I think 20 was too high. Right, okay. Not a problem. It is not a problem. The book may tell you what the actual I don't want the basics of flow control, aura flow, percentage depends on the distance between the nodes, 2 nodes, blah blah blah. Tells you all about the crystals, tells you all about the nodes. There is an like an optimal number, and I think what we're going to do is try and bring it down about 5 maybe. Okay, and 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right, let us try you a little bit lower down. So that's 3 down. No, I don't think that's, I think we need to be much lower down. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15 high. Now you saw that connected, and I think if I remember rightly, we had a gap of 3. Was it 1, 2, 3, and then yeah. So if we place the aura node now, we should have a circuit, and that will be pumping around quite happily. Of course, it's doing nothing. All that's happening here is aura is going in here, it's pumping up, it's going back round there, that's pumping, that's going down, it's going down, it's going down, and eventually it does nothing. So let's put the cascading processor next to that. So you can see that is gaining power. And it's getting progress. So if I put that down, and don't get too close, eventually when that reaches 60, that will process and it will become dust, 2 dusts, ore doubling. So there's the basic ore doubling in this pack, and it's relatively cheap. It's a bit ugly. The mechanics I actually found of Aura Cascade to be particularly fascinating. I was amazed, you know, how someone actually came up with that as an idea. To be honest, it seems very things. Why is that not processed? That. Do you need to be on top? Not normally. Not normally. $28. Needs 150 power for progress, and he's getting lots and lots of juice. Let's sleep the night off, see what happens. Oops, gimme. Oh Christ, you just end up with so much crap. Why is that not processing? Alright. Anyway, that is not what I wish to process up. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and grab some iron and some, because the one I want is the momentum pump, which is blue. So we're going to need burning ore pump, water buckets, and 2 ingots. Yep, going to go and grab some red wool, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, well I know why it wasn't doubling the ore. The ore doubling mechanic requires there to be a dust of that ore type. So of course there is no iron ore dust in this pack, so it can't make iron ore dust. Simples. However, we should have no trouble if I can find ender pack. 1, 2, let's do 6 of those, and if we go and throw those down, no, that was silly of me, it's not those, we're going to throw those down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and those down, and then over here we need to, what did I do with the coal? Oh man, where is that coal? I had coal. Oh, I know what's happened. I double clicked the draw controller, didn't I? Let me just sort out some coal quickly, and I'll be back in a moment. All right. Yeah. Fortunately, coal's common enough that it's not that difficult to find. A little of that are floating around, so let us give you a coal block. You're going to have some power, you're going to be doing your thing, and if we get close there you can see they've got progress, the power's going, it needs 150, but you can see the power is building up, and that's because the power's looping round, and eventually we'll get up there and we should start to see things changing on us. As I say, it's fascinating. It's one of those mechanics that I often find to be like fascinating, how somebody comes up with this as a mechanic, this idea of energy flow, and the energy, this aura, the white aura in there never goes down, it's in the system, and all we're doing is we're pumping it up at 300, and then it balances there. So if there's 300 there and 0 there, then it will balance to 150, 150, and there's nowhere for that to drop. That will then all drop down here, and there you can see there's the first ingot. And apparently these, as I say, these will not despawn. So fascinating little mechanic. But of course the burning aura pump is not necessarily the best item for this, and there are several ones. There's a red aura, which uses TNT, can use explosions, TNT for example, to power, and generates a huge amount of power. That's one of my personal favourites. But given that we've got the ability to create these, I actually need to make a soul cage as well. That's a good point. Cage. We're going to need to make some more of those, aren't we? That's not a biggie. We'll get that done once we've got to the point where we can make the momentum thing. So the momentum pump is quite interesting, because what that actually does is it generates its, there you go, that's 2 down. It generates its power based on mobs dropping, and the further a mob drops, the more power it generates. So the trick is to get up nice and high, build a mob farm, and I did this with Diamond Dollies the last time. Drop the mobs down right next to the momentum pump, and that will give you the power you require, in theory. So yeah, that's where we're going. We're just waiting on some of these things to do their business, but I'll wait for this to do, and then I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I'm just about to get the last one. It's only taken a couple of coal to do this, it's just time. That gives you the old arcane blue steel, blue stuff, and obviously we've got our little crafting bench with us, so we should be good to make 3 buckets. We also need another burning aura pump, so we're going to need a couple more of those, and a, what was it, 3, 1 and 2, yes. Then we're going to grab 3 of our buckets and go and grab some water. Where's the nearest water? There should be. I thought there was some. There's a pool about here, isn't there? Yes. 2, 3. Damn it. Oh, damn. Here we go. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. And what do I not really need out of that lot? Let me just jump in here, and I'm going to pop that out of the way there. And the reason I'm carrying that zombie flesh around is for when I get unnatural hunger again. There's nothing overly exciting about the zombie flesh. There's no ulterior motive there. Hang on. Illumination aura pump, burning aura pump, redstone aura pump, that just uses a redstone signal, it eats it. Projectile aura pump, yep. Oh no, it's that. Okay, that's the one. And then we had, so that gives us the momentum aura pump, which is going to be instrumental to my plans, and I may want about 8 of these. I haven't quite decided exactly how I want to do the capture zone yet, but what I do know is I want to drop these guys about 100 blocks. We could probably, before we go, well, I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? Because I've got my no, it does, because I haven't got 100. I haven't got 100 blocks, so this is going to be above cloud level. We're going to drop them down. Let's think. Well, I know we're coming close to time, so whether I've got time to get this thing. It's going to be a box in the sky. Let me get the box in the sky done between episodes. We'll get the soul shard crystals in. I've got enough to do 3 of these aura pumps. I really only want 1 though. I'm just trying to think how I want to control where they fall. I have an idea. Yes. That might just be what we're looking for. Yeah, I will get a few things together for next episode. I apologise, it's been a little bit bitty-bobby. I've been trying to remember exactly how this lot works. And but until next time, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to push this thing to the envelope. There are some really cool devices and things that, you know, will be really useful going forward for us. So that's what I'm aiming for. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.